You bitch. That shit funny, huh? You think that shit funny, bitch? That was smooth, though. That was smooth as fuck. That was smooth. Jerry Jones is fucking crazy. He told me I was curious, so I went. Like, bitch, you weren't curious. You know you wanted to fucking, you know he was on some coon shit. Yeah, hell no. Hold up, what's that, Seattle? Hold up. But yo, let me lock in. I'm about to play this dude, man. Let me lock in, broadcast up, and tune in, watch the show, man. Okay, bet. I got you. All right. Fourth down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried because it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just want to see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taking in at the 3. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Mills. And able to find Alan Lazard. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now Mills. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Texans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Bills hit 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's caught outright by Graham.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Beckham will go in motion right. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Odell Beckham, 32 yards. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Nick Chubb, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bills have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are an extra point away from evening this one up. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Mills. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mills now looks to throw on first down. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Mills to Cooks there, and that connection good for a Houston first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Out to his left. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Mills got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, here's Mills. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be fourth down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a fourth down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. A first down throw for Mills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have broken the tie. Well, CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Take it in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And Johnson's extra point up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They go play action here on first down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it to get...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game started the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. 68 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Chubb. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a man complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And this is going to be intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes a pick, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes it at the 7. And he returns this to the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Mills. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Mills. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Good footwork at the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mills. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And Johnson's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Ready?
And trouble trying the middle here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll set up to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your off.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. They go with Chubb on second down. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration, because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And Graham on the grab. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Houston, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.